Hello, welcome to Design 39 Campus. This is Sonia Risley, the principal of Design 39. Our parents often ask us, why do we need to change the way we do school? Well, it starts a couple of years ago when our superintendent, Dr. John Collins, asked all the principals to start thinking about the way we can change the way we do school. And at Design 39, we always start with the question, why? Why do we need to change? Well, the world has changed. It's quite a bit different than when we went to school as children. The schools were made over 100 years ago to produce factory workers. So students were taught in school how to follow a factory model, and then were very good factory workers as they came out of school. And today, we need innovators, not factory workers. We need students who can create and collaborate and are innovative. We need to change the way we do schools so we have these skills for our children. Another thing parents ask me is, this school is very different. How are you going to find teachers that will teach at this school for you? The great thing about Poway Unified School District is it's filled with great teachers. Every year, I receive at least 300 resumes for people wanting to teach in our district. And that happens all throughout the 39 schools in our district. We have thousands of people wanting in, so we're always able to hire the very best people. That's why you live here. We have the very best teachers in all of our schools that are in our district. So what I was able to do is over the last couple of weeks, I was able to find people that were interested in coming to Design 39 and would show the qualities that you're seeing on the screen right now so that we could make sure that we're developing a school that can produce innovative students. So as we interviewed the last couple of weeks, we had candidates, 39 candidates that came to interview, and we were able to select some people that really want to come to our school. And just recently, we were able to hire 10 more people. And the biggest thing that I look for is people that love working with children. So here's a picture of the first 5 teachers, plus me and Karen, our administrative assistant, who is in the red jacket. And we were able to add 10 more people. So we're now up to 15 teachers that will be working so that every day your children come home, they'll say, I love school, I love my teacher. Part of our name of the school is design, based on design thinking from Stanford. We've done a lot of work through their program, and this is a model that we've developed after their model. And since August through October, we've worked with a lot of parents, over 300 parents, doing the empathizing and really listening to what the community wants in a school. And we have a lot of notes and data saying what you'd like to see in a school, and happily, it's also what we'd like to see in a school. And we did a lot of research on these ideas as well, and we have those on our website that you'll see later. And this research also supports that this is the right thing to do for children. So what we did then is we started developing our 8 guiding principles. Throughout this presentation, you will see these 8 guiding principles, and you'll also be able to read more about them on our website. So what I'd like to do now is walk you through a possible day. All of the members of the team will be sharing different parts of the day that your child might experience at Design 39. You'll hear about each section of these as we go along. So I'd like to start with your children coming to school. And this is not what they'll look like when they're coming to school. And while this is a slight exaggeration, it is not really very far from the truth. We do not want large backpacks or even the Zuka rolling packs. What we're trying to do is get to a lot smaller size. And partly for the children's backs and partly for the way that we're doing things, they won't need more than this size of a backpack or messenger bag. The little bin you see at the bottom of this picture is the size of a bin that your students will have at our school. That will be their cubby. It will hold a computer bag and a lunchbox and maybe a couple of other things, and that's all they'll need at our school. Part of this is because we will be a one-to-one school or a bring your own device school. Students will be bringing their own laptops or tablets and iPhones, whatever else they have, and they'll be using them as one of the various tools throughout the day. We'll be starting at a very young age with our students on how to be digitally responsible and about their digital footprint. We'll be working with you as parents as well on helping our students develop responsible skills for using the internet. In addition, we have Lightspeed Systems throughout our district. That's a web internet filter that all of our schools have, so kids can't get out to inappropriate sites. And yet we feel we will spend a lot of our time helping the children understand their digital literacy. So if this is an uncomfortable thing for you, then this is something to consider. Design 39 will be using computers as one of the tools for our children. Additionally, the reason that we would like this is our goal is to personalize learning at Design 39 campus. We're working with a couple of software companies that are giving us requests for proposals, 2 finalists, that we can use the technology to really develop something that's very meaningful for your child. We can personalize based on the curriculum, the assessments, and your student's profile within the software. And so as a child takes an assessment, or we notice that they're doing something awesome in class, we can post it into their electronic portfolio and into their profile, and then you're also notified as well how they're doing and how they're progressing. You'll hear more about this from another staff member as this presentation progresses. Again, this is another part of our school that you'll need to be aware of before you make your final decision to coming here.
At Design 39 campus, teachers will work in teams of 6 in a collaborative pod. This pod is made up of 6 different classrooms full of students, and these 6 teachers will then plan curriculum and learning and events and instruction around that group of students. This is a view of the campus from one of our bridges. And you can see on the left-hand side, you'll see one 2-story classroom. On the right-hand side, you'll see another 2-story classroom. The one on the left appears to be a 3-story, but it is on a higher grade. The area you're looking down is what we call the promenade, and it is connected at the bottom and then with the bridges across the top. At one end of one of these floors in the building, you'll see what it looks like a pod configuration. And in this configuration, you can see where the green dots are. That represents a classroom space where 2 teachers can teach with 2 classes, and the wall opens up between them. In the red dots, you'll see those a typical classroom that you might experience in any other school. Where the blue dot is, that's a collaboration space that varies in size depending on the floor and the end of the building. But this is a space where kids can move out into with teachers and work in a variety of ways that in small instruction, large instruction, those kinds of different flexible ideas. The bright pink kind of fuchsia color is the actual teacher collaboration location, and that's where teachers will have their materials and they will plan in that space before they move out. Because at Design 39, teachers do not have their own classrooms dedicated to just them. The orange space is probably our most exciting space because that's the makery. And in this space, this is reserved specifically for tinkering, for building, for construction, and it's a space where a lot of very messy kinds of things can happen, and you'll see a lot more of that a little later on.